Hi friends, welcome on YourPedia, the platform where you prepare for your online interviews, GDs, GTs, etc. Friends, if you are going for any kind of group discussion, then the topics normally which are taken for GD are currently relevant topics, the topics which are in relevance at that particular moment. Now, if I talk about public sectors, then Steel Authority of India Limited and Gas Authority of India Limited group discussions are either are going on or coming. A sale, I think, has started. Now, the most relevant topic nowadays which is going on, and if you open newspapers or if you see social media, news channels, you'll find Cockroach Janata Party that newly created, and it got the attention of everyone when millions of subscribers on X, that is Twitter, and on its other social media accounts like Instagram. So it is in news nowadays, and different GD topics can be made related to this particular incidents. So this all started when Chief Justice of India made some kind of comment, and then later on it was clarified also. But then whatever started with just a satire, now it has taken a shape of something big when many youth is getting associated with this kind of a platform. So what kind of topics can be asked, GD topics can be asked related to this particular incidents. So these are the 5 most important GD topics: Cockroach Janata Party, meme movement or youth revolution. Meme, satirical thing. It started with satire and now it has become a movement. And how we can say youth revolution, because cockroaches are unemployed youth. That is how they define themselves. So can social media satire become real political power? Because we are comparing it with other political powers. Like in India, there is political power, this is a political party, and we are also creating political power. So it is basically a social media or internet satire movement. Can it take a shape of political power? Is Cockroach Janata Party a reflection of Gen Z's political frustration? Like we have seen Gen Z's political movements in neighboring countries also. So is it that frustration? Meme as a tool of protest, effective or superficial? So whenever some movement starts with meme, because sometimes you see that the criteria to enroll in Cockroach Janata Party is like you should be unemployed, you should be lethargic, you should always be available on online, something like that. So that is a satire. Entire is a satire. So can it be effective or superficial? Humor, dissent, democracy, where you have to draw the line. So these are the tighter topics of GD topics which can be asked. Let me give you some points related to these topics. So Cockroach Janata Party, meme movement or youth revolution. If this is the topic given to you, how you can talk about it? So number 1, yes, it started as a satire. No doubt it started as a meme. But now it has taken the shape of mass movement. How do you know it is a mass movement? Because people, millions of subscribers every couple of hours are joining this. So it's more than 14 million, 15 million now when I'm making this video. So it began as humorous response to cockroach remark, but quickly it gained massive support among the people. Reflect youth frustration. Yes, serious issues are there like unemployment, paper leak, NEET paper leakage was there up 2024 and now 2026, and before that there was a GATE paper leak or something. So inflation, lack of opportunities, and cost of petrol going up, all these things. Power of social media is, yes, even governments nowadays world over are made, and governments win on the basis of their presence in social media. And Bharatiya Janata Party, Indian National Congress, and so many other political parties, they have their own Instagram account and millions of followers on that. So it questions the traditional politics, that is also true, and its debate remains open whether it's a trend or transformation. So temporary meme politics, some people see it as a temporary meme politics, others believe that it could represent a new style of youth driven political participation, so something like that. So this is something which we can talk about. So can social media satire become real political power? That is another GD topic. So satire attracts youth attention quickly, because meme, humor, satire, these are the things which actually attract the youth. That is something which is important. So youth get attracted towards these things, right? Online movements can become the mass movements. That is also true. Many digital campaigns start online, but you know, these influence the public opinion and real world discussion. And we have seen in the past also something which started as a meme, as you know, just like a satire, eventually took very serious shape, right? Social media gives the voice to those who are unheard. Nowadays we talk about the main media, social media, freelancers, you know, influencers. So it has a lot of impact on youth. And in India, you know, there's a majority of, you know, population is in that particular age group, which is very much affected by social media. So this is also very important point, that something which is going viral does not mean it is having political impact, because running a political movement, running political party and having leadership, proper leadership is required. So political party requires a structure, requires a system, requires you know, years of creation of that entire organization and leadership, obviously. So as of now, something which is going viral, only that it is going viral cannot be the criteria to see that okay, it will have all the things together, because maybe many people will join, but that it can create chaos without any kind of organization or without any kind of leadership. Modern politics depends upon digital influence. That is also true. Like even today, the political communication, political power and everything depends upon so many things, right? This is how it all goes. So is Cockroach Janata Party a reflection of Gen Z's political frustration? Yes, youth unemployment is a major concern, no doubt about that, because job opportunities are limited and that too, a lot of issues are going on. So Gen Zs feel disconnected from traditional politics, because the issues raised in traditional politics are the issues which Gen Zs may not be identifying with, because you know, Gen Zs require job opportunities, career, quality of life, those kind of things, but you know, actually these things are not being discussed. Social media has become one outlet of expression. So nowadays, Instagram, X, these are not always under the control of the government of particular country, but these are the platforms which have given free voice to the Gen Zs. Movement reflect anger over system issues. So exam paper leak, inflation, lack of opportunities, that basically is something which you know, youth are very much interested to talk about. Satire may be hiding as a serious message. So you know, behind every meme or joke there is basically very serious you know, message, and that message should be visible. Meme as a tool of protest, effective or superficial? So is meme is effective or not? So simplify the complex issue. Memes will simplify the complex issues. So social and political problems can reach the large audience, and if these are presented through particular way. So obviously the purpose is, whether it is through meme or it is through satire, the purpose is that right things should be made visible to people. That is something which is very, very important. Meme spread information rapidly. Yes, that is true, because if something goes viral, it spreads immediately. And moreover, you know, these are the youth, or they are the Gen Zs who shape the destiny of any nation, and something which is close to them should be taken seriously. Youth participation is very, very important. Critics see meme activism as short-lived. Some critics are saying that no, this is meme and this will go away. But why to criticize it? Why to criticize something in which, you know, millions of people are joining? 1.5 crore people have joined, and in 4 or 5 days you cannot you know, just laugh it out, and you need to take things sometimes seriously. Humor can hide the serious public concern. So yeah, so before you know, jokes and satire, memes, they show the frustration related to unemployment, politics, governance. So whenever there is some kind of meme, because you know, even the top leadership used to take the cartoon and the message of the cartoons very seriously, because that is the depiction and people get affected by that. Humor, dissent and democracy, where you have to draw the line. Humor is powerful form of expression. Yes, nobody can deny that. Humor, satire, cartoon, these have the impact actually. This is the mode of communication. And democracy requires space for dissent. Yes, democracy cannot thrive if power to dissent is not there. I beg to differ, I don't take things seriously. So those opportunities, options should be there. Healthy democracies encourage citizens to question authority and express different opinion freely. Satire can highlight social and political issue. Yes, that is true. So the you know, even this government, present government, has come in the power on the basis of its social media presence. Even not only this government, even government in America or world over, the governments have used social media platforms and these kind of things, memes and all, to come to the power. So these things, if can bring you to the power, these can be against you also. So freedom of expression carries, freedom of expression is a very, very important. That is our fundamental right, and it carries a responsibility. So humor should avoid spreading misinformation and hate. Yes, so there is always two sides of any kind of information spread, that it can be positive, it can be negative. We should not spread the information which is not positive. We should spread the information which actually has a social welfare. So challenge is balancing liberty with respect. So see, ultimately the line is like, whatever you do, it should not be against the community, it should not be against the country, it should not be against the welfare of the people, it should not harm anybody, because satire or humor or meme, these are not only to make somebody, to entertain somebody, but also to send a very positive message. And the ultimate objective of all this is to bring positive change, not a negative change. So the intention cannot be to create a chaos or to harm somebody or to take away the power and create lawlessness in the nation. It should not be that, but yes, the purpose and objective should be holistic. So the governments, the people who are in power, the people who are actually in those positions where they can make the difference, they should take these things seriously and accordingly react to these kind of movements. So these were 5 topics, friends, and most important points related to this. Thank you.